How to build an unbreakable daily routine, part 1. The wake-up call, why most routines fail before 9 a.m. Now listen to me real good, because if your day is breaking down before 9 a.m., that ain't a coincidence. That's a pattern. And patterns would either build your life or break it. Let me tell you why most folks never get traction in life. It's not because they're lazy. It's not because they're not talented. It's because they've never learned how to start their day strong enough to carry their dream. Let's get one thing straight. Your success doesn't begin with your job. It don't start when you walk into the office. It starts the moment your feet hit the floor, or don't. See, the way you start your day is the way you shape your future. Let me say it again. The way you start your day is the way you shape your future. Now here's what most folks do when that alarm goes off. They hit snooze again and again and again. Every time you hit snooze, you teach your mind that your comfort matters more than your calling. That's dangerous, because success don't wait around for folks who procrastinate purpose. You gotta command your morning. You gotta own your rhythm. You gotta set the tone before the world sets it for you. Let me break down where most routines fail. 1, they don't start with intention. If you don't wake up with a reason, your day gets hijacked by distractions. The news, the phone, the text, the noise, they all start speaking louder than your dream. Before the world gets loud, you need to get still. That's where power lives. Start your morning in alignment, not reaction. Pray, visualize, write, breathe. You want a miracle life, then your morning gotta look like a miracle setup. 2, they have no non-negotiables. You need anchors, things that ground you every single morning. What are your non-negotiables? Reading, journaling, 10 push-ups, speaking affirmations. You need daily rituals that tell your mind, this is who we are now, because routines aren't about rules, they're about identity. 3, they skip preparation the night before. You can't build a winning morning with a chaotic night. Set your clothes, set your goals, set your mindset. Go to bed with direction, wake up with clarity. Don't give your morning over to randomness. Design it, direct it, deliver on it. 4, they chase motivation instead of discipline. Motivation is like a sugar rush. It fades, but discipline, that's fuel. Winners don't wake up when they're in the mood. They wake up because they made a decision. You don't need another alarm, you need a reason. And when you find that reason, ain't no snooze button in the world strong enough to hold you down. Let me tell you something. If you want to change your life, start by changing your morning. Don't check your phone, check your spirit. Don't scroll the feed, feed your mind. Don't start in rush, start in rhythm, because a chaotic morning creates a cluttered mind, and a cluttered mind can't hear divine instruction. You want clarity, you want breakthrough, you want fire, then own your first hour. Own it like it's sacred. Own it like your dream depends on it, because it does. You got 24 hours today, but how you use the first one, that's the difference between building momentum or chasing it all day long. And let me say this, you ain't ever seen a high-level leader who's casual about their morning. They know your morning is your message. It says everything about what you value. So decide today to stop drifting, to stop reacting, to stop waiting, and instead wake up like the life you prayed for is already calling, because it is. Part 2, commanding the first hour like a king. Because once you open your eyes, what happens next? What do you say? What do you believe? What do you do? See, the first hour of your day, it's not a gap in your schedule. It's the gateway to your greatness. Most folks roll out of bed into chaos. They stumble into the bathroom, scroll through the phone, trip over their to-do list, and expect to conquer the world. Man, please, you want to command your life? Start by commanding your first hour. Because how you begin determines how you behave, and how you behave determines what you build. Let's lay it out. 1, the power of before the world wakes. You ever wonder why the greats wake up early? It ain't for bragging rights. It's because there's power in quiet. Before the calls, before the emails, before the world starts pulling on you, there's a sacred space where clarity lives. Use that space. Protect that hour like your legacy depends on it, because it does. Silence ain't empty, it's full of answers. Come on about. 2, feed your mind before you feed your body. You don't just need breakfast, you need brain food. Scripture, affirmations, podcasts, motivational audio. Read something that speaks to your purpose. Don't just fill your belly, fill your belief, because your thoughts set the thermostat for your emotions. And when the heat of life hits, you'll either boil over or burn through. 3, move your body, wake your spirit. Don't need to run a marathon. Just move, stretch, walk, breathe. Let your body know we're alive today and we're about to do something about it. Motion creates emotion. You want energy? You don't wait for it. You generate it. 4, gratitude over grumbling. Start your day not with complaints but with clarity. Make a list. Speak it out loud. I'm grateful for breath. I'm grateful for strength. I'm grateful for one more chance. You can't be negative and grateful at the same time. And you get to choose every morning who shows up, the complainer or the conqueror. 5, Visualize with vivid detail. Don't just think your goals, see them. Close your eyes and picture the win. Feel it, speak it. Your mind don't know the difference between imagination and reality. So create a vision that's so clear, your spirit has no choice but to chase it. Decide what deserves your energy. Before you open that inbox, before you scroll through everybody else's life, before you get pulled into mess, decide. Decide what your focus is. Decide what your peace needs. Decide who gets your time. Because that first hour, that's where you either react or reclaim. Let me say it plain. You can't build a champion's life with a civilian's routine. Stop waking up like it's an accident. Start waking up like it's a divine assignment, because it is. And when you command that first hour, when you take authority over your attention, your energy, your spirit, you walk out into the world already 10 steps ahead. People will wonder, why are you always calm under pressure? Why does it feel like nothing rattles you? Why do you always seem one move ahead? And you'll smile and say, because I already won the battle before the world even woke up. Part 3, mastering the mid-morning momentum. So you've claimed your morning good, but now it's 9:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. and the world is waking up angry. Emails start flying in, messages start buzzing, people need things, and here's where 90% of folks lose control. They go from calm to chaos real quick because they never train for the middle. See, we talk a lot about morning routine, but momentum routines, that's where the battle is won. The middle of your day is where dreams are either watered or wasted. If you don't manage your focus between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m., you won't build anything that lasts. So let me show you how high performers keep momentum moving after the sun is up and the pressure hits. 1 point, anchor your time blocks. Don't just float from one task to the next like a leaf in the wind. Block out your hours like a general plans battle. 9 to 10, create 10 to 11, communicate 11 to 12. Admin plus check-ins. That ain't rigid, that's rhythm. Without boundaries, distractions become your schedule. Time is sacred, treat it like gold. Because you can make more money, you can't make more morning. 2, one task at a time. Multitasking is a myth. Your brain is not a computer with 50 open tabs. It's a sniper. One shot, one focus, one hit. When you do too much at once, you dilute your impact. You don't need to do everything. You need to do the right thing completely. Mid-morning reset rituals. Every 90 minutes, pause, breathe, stand, walk, hydrate. Let your system reset. You can't grind like a machine and expect to feel like a human. Reset rituals aren't luxury, they're maintenance. A tired mind makes weak decisions. 4, block the noise ruthlessly. Shut off notifications, put the phone on silent. Don't check social unless it's scheduled. You can't build your legacy while watching everybody else's life. If it's urgent, they'll call twice. If it's important, it'll wait. If it's drama, it'll die. Give your purpose your prime hours. The rest of the world can wait. 5, reinforce the why midway. Why are you doing what you're doing, not just the task? The reason behind the task. Write it where you can see it. Say it out loud. Feel it again. That energy will carry you through the drag because the middle of the day tests your why. You were fired up at 6 a.m., but can you still burn at 11? If your fire was emotional, it'll fade. If your fire is mission-driven, it'll fuel you all day. Let me remind you of something real important. The middle of your day is not for surviving, it's for executing. Stop letting the middle hours drift into distraction. Command them like a builder. Protect them like your legacy depends on it, because it does. By noon, most folks are already behind, but not you. You've set the tone. You focus your fire. You're moving different. That's how routines become rhythms, and rhythms become revolutions. Part 4, owning the afternoon, turning slumps into strength. Now let's be real. By the time noon hits, most folks start fading. Energy drops. Focus slips. That lunch kicks in like a tranquilizer, and your to-do list starts looking like wishful thinking. But you're built different because you're not here to drift. You're here to dominate. The afternoon isn't a slump, it's a second win. And the ones who win long term, they know how to work smart when others slow down. Let me show you how to own your afternoons like a pro. 1, plan tomorrow before today ends. That's right, don't wait until tomorrow morning to plan tomorrow. Use your afternoon energy to set the next day's direction. High performers don't wake up wondering what to do. They wake up with a mission already locked in. Don't just close the day, set up the next one. 2, energy check-in, not just task check off. Take 5 minutes. Ask yourself, am I tired or distracted? What's draining me? What's still undone that truly matters? Don't just cross off the little stuff. Zoom out, reconnect, realign. You might be busy, but are you building? 3, the power of productive pauses. Don't confuse hustle with impact. A 15-minute pause can create more clarity than 2 hours of force. Get outside, stretch, rehydrate, breathe deep. Sometimes the most productive move is to step back and reset your soul. Your brain isn't built to go non-stop. It's built to pulse, focus, release, recover. 4, protect the golden hour. Between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m., your body hits a natural dip. You're not lazy, you're human. So what do? Use this time for creative tasks. Schedule light meetings or learning time. Do admin work that's necessary but not soul-sucking. But whatever you do, don't waste it. Turn the dip into a pivot. 5, stack the wins before you clock out. End your workday with fire. Pick 1-2 key actions that move the needle. Finish strong. When you close your day with momentum, you open your tomorrow with confidence. A weak ending leads to a slow start. A strong finish builds a warrior's rhythm. Now let me give it to you straight. Afternoons ain't where champions coast. Afternoons are where champions compound. Stack your focus, guard your hours, keep your peace, because when the crowd gets tired, that's your cue to rise. Winners don't let the day wind down. They let it lock in. They don't fade out. They fire up. And every moment after lunch, that's your secret weapon, if you know how to use it. So the next time you feel that slump coming on, smile, because you know something they don't. The day ain't winding down. It's gearing up for legacy. Part 5, evening power down, resetting with purpose. Let's get real. Everybody talks about morning routines like they're magic, but what nobody tells you is this: your morning starts the night before. That's right. If your evening is chaotic, undisciplined, noisy, and mindless, your morning's already in trouble. So you want to build an unbreakable daily routine? You got to learn to close your day with the same power you started it with. Because what you do in the dark hours determines how bright your tomorrow shines. Let's break down how to build an evening routine that resets your body, mind, and mission. One, reflection over distraction. Before you shut your brain off for the night, check in. Review the day. What did you learn? What did you love? What drained you? This ain't about guilt. It's about growth. Ask better questions. Get better answers. Evening reflection builds awareness, and awareness builds wisdom. 2, screen down. Spirit up. Set a power down time. 30 to 60 minutes before bed. No screens. Not because it's trendy, because it's true. That blue light, it messes with your sleep. That scroll, it steals your peace. Replace it with something sacred. Reading, journaling, prayer, quiet. Let your spirit settle before your body sleeps. 3, reset your space. Tidy up. Organize your desk. Lay out your clothes for tomorrow. Clear the clutter. When your space is in order, your mind feels in control. You don't need to deep clean. You just need to create an atmosphere of peace. Start your day from clarity, not chaos. 4, set tomorrow's intentions tonight. Take 10 minutes to plan. Write your top 3 goals. Check your calendar. Block your creative time. This ain't just planning. This is priming. You're telling your subconscious what to focus on so it can work while you sleep. Yes, your mind works at night. Make sure it's working for you, not against you. Don't just wind down. Design a ritual that feels like soul care. Soft music, warm tea, stretching, gratitude journal. Make it something your body looks forward to, not punishment. Permission to rest, reset, and rise again stronger. Now listen, champions don't crash into sleep. They descend into rest with intention, because real rest isn't laziness, it's leadership. When you sleep well, you decide well, you lead better, you create deeper, you love fuller. Rest is part of the work, so treat it like a priority, not an afterthought. The world may sleep on purpose-driven people, but purpose-driven people don't sleep on their future. So tonight, when the day's done, don't just lay down. Level up, prepare, reflect, reset, because tomorrow, you wake up not wondering, but walking in intention. Part 6, the discipline factor, turning daily routine into daily identity. Let me say something real bold. Discipline is the gatekeeper of your destiny. You can have the best morning routine, the strongest afternoon flow, and a peaceful evening ritual. But if discipline ain't driving it, it all falls apart. Because without discipline, routine is just a wish list. See, most people treat discipline like it's optional. They use it when it's convenient. They stick to their plan until life gets busy or boring or uncomfortable. But champions treat discipline like oxygen. They don't ask, do I feel like it today? They say, this is who I am now. That's the shift. You don't follow a routine. You become the routine. One bite identity before outcome. You want lasting change? Don't focus on the results. Focus on becoming the type of person who gets those results. Example, instead of saying, I want to wake up early, say, I'm the kind of person who doesn't hit snooze. Your identity drives your behavior. So rewrite the script you tell yourself. Become the builder before you build the life. 2, make your routine non-negotiable. Discipline starts with rules. Your rules. I move my body every day. I don't check my phone until I pray. Stand by them. Discipline grows in the soil of consistency. 3, stack micro commitments. Don't try to move the mountain. Just move the rock. Do one small thing daily no matter what. One page, one rep, one journal line, one affirmation. It ain't the size of the task. It's the fact that you showed up when you said you would. Each micro win tells your brain, we're reliable, we follow through. 4, make pain your accountability partner. Let's be honest, discipline hurts, but so does regret, so does feeling stuck, so does missing your potential. You get to choose your pain. Let that sting remind you, you weren't built for comfort, you were built for calling. Discipline isn't punishment, it's preparation. 5, celebrate without compromising. Now don't get it twisted. This ain't about being a robot. Celebrate your wins. Smile when you finish strong. Breathe in your progress. But don't let celebration lead to stagnation. Let it fuel you for the next step. Because joy isn't the enemy of discipline. Joy is its reward. Let me land this for you. Discipline is not about grinding harder. It's about aligning deeper. You're not just building habits. You're building a person, a mindset, a future. Every time you show up, every time you choose the routine over the excuse, you're proving something to yourself. I don't need perfect conditions. I'm already committed. And once that's who you become, there ain't a storm on earth that can break your rhythm. Part 7, protecting your rhythm in a distracted world. Let me ask you something. How do you keep a rhythm when the world keeps interrupting you? How do you stay focused in a time where distraction is the new addiction? You build a wall around your rhythm. Not a wall to keep people out, a wall to keep your focus in. Because if your routine can be broken by every buzz, beep, or notification, it ain't a routine, it's a wish. Let's talk about protecting your peace in a world that profits from your attention. 1, design a distraction-free zone. Create sacred spaces, your prayer space, your reading space, your deep work zone. Make it physical, make it visual. Tell your body and brain, here we focus, here we build. Turn your room, your desk, your time into a temple because clutter kills clarity. 2, set digital boundaries. You don't need to respond to every ding. Turn off notifications. Check email at scheduled times. Put the phone in another room. Your phone is a tool, not a leash. You don't belong to your device. You belong to your destiny. Technology should serve your purpose, not sabotage your priorities. 3, create a no list. Everybody's got a to-do list. But do you have a no list? These are things that don't deserve your time. They look urgent, but they're not important. They look exciting, but they're not aligned. Every time you say no to distraction, you say yes to your mission. 4, communicate your boundaries. Let the people in your life know these hours are sacred. This time is for me. You ain't being rude, you're being responsible. If they love you, they'll understand. If they don't understand, they'll learn. You teach people how to treat your purpose by how you protect your time. But you bounce back because you're not following a script. You're flowing in a rhythm. Rhythms are flexible, but they still have structure. It's like music. You might improvise a note, but you don't lose the beat. That's the power of routine. It holds you steady, even when life tries to shake you. Let me tell you what the world will never tell you. Your peace is more valuable than your popularity. Your rhythm is more important than your reach. Your focus is more sacred than any trend. So block the noise, guard your energy, protect your rhythm like it's your future. Because it is. You were not created to live at the mercy of distractions. Part 8, spiritual alignment, fueling your routine from the inside out. Let me tell you something that changed my life. If your spirit is out of alignment, it doesn't matter how perfect your planner looks. You can have the best strategy, but if you're spiritually empty, you'll still feel lost. Because success without alignment ain't success. It's burnout in disguise. So today, we're taking this routine deeper, beyond schedules, beyond habits, beyond time blocks. We're stepping into the soul. 1 point, connect before you create, before you build your business, before you plan your goals, before you check your phone. Connect with God, with your spirit, with truth. Start your day in the presence of something greater than yourself, because when you align vertically, you move horizontally with power. It's not religion, it's relationship. And routine without relationship becomes ritual without reason. 2, make stillness a daily practice. Silence ain't the absence of noise, it's the presence of God. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just sit, breathe, listen. Stillness is where direction lives, and clarity don't come from chaos, it comes from communion. When you pause, you position yourself to hear what hustle will never tell you. 3, pray with specificity. Don't just say, God bless my day. Say, Lord, guide my steps at 10 a.m. when I face that meeting. Say, give me peace when I speak to that difficult person. Say, cover my family while I work. Specific prayers lead to specific breakthroughs. Let your prayer life be as intentional as your to-do list. because heaven moves on faith-filled words. 4, live with eternal awareness. Your daily routine isn't just about productivity, it's about purpose. Every task, every call, every interaction, it's part of something bigger. When you remember that, you stop rushing, you start honoring. You treat every moment like it matters because it does. 5, guard your soul throughout the day. What are you listening to? What are you watching? What are you letting into your spirit? Garbage in, garbage out. You can't expect peace when you consume panic. You can't expect purpose when you binge on poison. Your routine must include soul hygiene. Read things that feed you. Listen to voices that build you. Speak words that reflect where you're going, not where you've been. Let me close this part with something strong. You're not a machine, you're a masterpiece. And every masterpiece needs connection to the master. So build your day like a temple, rooted in grace, fueled by truth. You're not just managing time, you're stewarding a calling. When your spirit is in sync, your routine becomes a rhythm of heaven. And that kind of routine can't be broken. Part 9, building resilience through routine, bouncing back stronger every time. Let me tell you something important. Your routine isn't just about staying productive, it's about staying powerful when life knocks you down. And believe me, it will knock you down. You'll lose someone, you'll face failure, you'll go broke, you'll feel lost. But guess what? Your routine can be your rescue. Your routine can be your rope back to the surface. Because when everything else feels uncertain, your rhythm reminds you who you are. One routine creates stability in storms. When chaos hits, you don't rise to the occasion, you fall to the level of your routine. So the question is, what are you falling back on? If your rhythm is strong, you don't crumble, you recalibrate. You say, I don't know what tomorrow holds, but I know I'm showing up today. That's resilience. You don't need to perform at 100% every day, but you do need to maintain non-negotiables. Even if you're grieving, even if you're tired, even if your world is upside down. One prayer, one journal line, one small workout, one intentional breath. These little rituals anchor you. They say, I'm still here, I still believe, I'm still moving. 3, track your recovery, not just your results. Most people measure their life by wins, but wise people measure their bounce backs. How fast do you rise? How do you respond to rejection? How do you breathe through heartbreak? Your routine gives you tools, not just trophies. Write it down, track your growth, celebrate your progress. Because healing isn't always loud. Sometimes it looks like waking up and brushing your teeth. That's victory too. 4, community-backed routine. You weren't meant to bounce back alone. Surround yourself with people who don't just ask, what did you do today? They ask, did you take care of your peace today? Find those friends, keep them close. Let your rhythm include community, because isolation is the enemy of resilience. 5, turn setbacks into setups. You thought the routine was about control. It's not. It's about transformation. When life hits you hard, you've already built a process for rising again. And each time you come back stronger, your routine becomes a testimony. I kept moving. I kept praying. I kept showing up. That's a legacy in motion. Let me say it plain. Your routine won't stop life from hurting you, but it will stop pain from owning you. It will guide you when your vision is blurred. It will carry you when your strength is thin. It will whisper truth when lies are loud. Resilience isn't about never falling. It's about creating a life so strong, falling doesn't define you anymore. Part 10, legacy in motion, living the routine that outlives you. Now let's land this thing. You've built a morning of fire. You've commanded your rhythm. You've guarded your peace. You've aligned your spirit. But the ultimate goal ain't just to have a powerful day. It's to build a life that outlives the day, a legacy. Because routines aren't just about productivity. They're about identity, and identity leads to impact. So let's talk about how your unbreakable daily routine can leave an unshakable mark on the world. 1 point, your routine is your signature. Every habit you build, every time block you protect, every moment you choose purpose over noise. You're writing your story, and one day someone's gonna read that story. What do you want it to say? Who do you want it to help? What light do you want it to shine? Your routine isn't small. It's your daily message to the world. This is who I chose to be. 2, teach what you live. Don't just do your routine, model it. Let your kids see it. Let your spouse feel it. Let your friends witness it. You don't have to preach, just live. When people ask, how are you so consistent? You smile and say, because I'm not building habits, I'm building legacy. And the beauty of legacy is it multiplies. 3, let purpose be the engine. Success fades, trends fade, but purpose is eternal. When your routine is fueled by purpose, you don't burn out, you burn brighter. Purpose will pull you out of bed when motivation is gone. It will carry you through seasons when everything feels heavy, because you know this ain't just about goals, it's about generations. 4, review, refine, repeat. Legacy doesn't mean you lock in one routine forever. It means you evolve with intention. Every season has its own rhythm, new challenges, new roles, new opportunities. So review often, refine wisely, repeat with joy. Adaptability is strength. Growth is a legacy too. 5, leave a blueprint, not just a memory. Write it down, record videos, create content, mentor someone. Don't just be excellent, teach excellence. Give the world the blueprint of how you build a life of peace, discipline, fire, and faith. Because the best legacy is not a statue. It's a system, a rhythm, a routine, to the spiritual alignment of your heart, to the power of bouncing back, to the quiet courage of consistency. You're not guessing anymore. You're grounded. You're not trying to find time. You're training in purpose. You've got a routine that doesn't just serve you today. It shapes the people you'll never even meet, because they'll see your light. They'll feel your strength. They'll follow your rhythm. And one day they'll say, because they chose discipline, I found freedom. Because they live with intention, I found purpose. Because they didn't break, I learned how to build. That's legacy. And it starts with a simple question. What will I do with my next 24 hours? You already know the answer. Now go live it.